Hello there guys, Tombo Combo here and welcome to episode 7 of my Rise to Power. In this episode we will be completing the squad building challenge that we started the other episode, and we will be completing most of our games in the weekend league. I think, well, you have to see what I end on, but I didn't complete all of them. I didn't even complete nearly half, to be fair. I kind of didn't realise how long the weekend league takes, and I played it on my main account first and then went on this account and played it on here, and that was quite a bad idea. But the first team we come up against, he has squad building challenge Insigne, Inform Icardi, Movember Barzali, and we come up, well, we start off with a bad start with a Icardi goal in the 11th minute, so we're 1-0 down. Not the greatest start to the weekend league, especially with it being our first week. And from these sort of games, I've realised that I can't really be competing with some people at the moment. So what I'm going to do, well, obviously we've got our weekend league reward packs for this episode, or for this series, coming, should actually be out. Tomorrow we'll have a double upload. We'll have my monthly reward packs, which Tobias Gaming is opening. That'll be one upload, which go and smash that. That is probably the biggest video ever on my channel, so go and smash that with a like and a subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. But then we'll also have my weekend league packs from this account, which I actually forgot about. So we're down 4-1, and basically my mentality was, we're playing with a shit team, so let's just kind of go out there, we'll go attacking and we'll try and get some goals, because there's no point leaving, because we then won't get much fitness on our main team. But we actually score a second then, and then I'm thinking kind of game on. If we can get one, then he'll be a little bit nervous. So that is exactly what happens. Sydney Sam with a lovely run, he starts diving in, and honestly this guy wasn't that great. I struggled a lot harder than I should have done, mainly because of the team that I'm using. And I know that's not like a common excuse, it's just, oh, it's the team I'm using and stuff, but seriously guys, that fitness team is not weekend league standard whatsoever. But we score our first penalty, score our second penalty, he scores his first penalty, and he scores his second penalty. So we're going in the third penalty with Sydney Sam. He slots it home, and always coming into penalty shootouts, I back myself, and I was right to back myself this time, because we score our fourth penalty, and he, I was going to say he misses, but he doesn't. The keeper actually bottles a save. So Pjanic scores 5-5. Now it's getting a bit tense now. I know that I'm bound to miss one of these penalties. It weren't that one, and he fucks up with Nainggolan. So that gives us a win. That's a 1-0 in the weekend league, and that was a great start to the game. I was actually very happy with myself after that game, and sorry that it's mainly sped up this episode. It's basically because, like, I had to get it down from, it was about 40 minutes long, this episode, after I'd done all the editing. So I had to just speed up areas to try and make it around 20 minutes. So that is what I've done, and this guy has an absolutely stacked team. A lot of SBCs. I saw the red Sanchez there, but Musa, 13th minute, gets through, almost scores, but Manquillo is there for the 1-0 tap-in. And at that point I'm thinking, great, we're on a great start, but Lukaku has to go and shit on my parade. He gets tackled, and I don't actually know who scored that, because I couldn't read the name. I think it was Martial, but Martial also palms it off to Cuadrado, and Messi goes through for the 2-1. And honestly, I shouldn't have lost that game. Literally, the substitutions from him made all the difference. But we've now got enough coins to complete this squad building challenge, and you will see in a minute that I make a very big error. I see that I've got like 3 Belgian players, and then I literally got a bit confused in what I was doing. So stupidly I just go out and buy players, and yeah, it really was a stupid error from myself. So we go out and buy Buffal, and at this point I'm thinking, cool, it's done. But then I see, I think that would actually have completed it, but yeah, it didn't. So we then go out and buy, I can't even remember who we buy. I think we have to discard some players in our club, and that's exactly what we do. So we're on 1,300 coins. We go out and buy a centre mid, and then we're looking at a goalkeeper. and then I mess up. But we're doing a little bit of sniping and we don't pick up someone, so we have to go back into our club, discard someone again, and that is exactly what we do. And then we go out and buy a keeper. We buy Arta Barak, is that his name? No, we don't. We actually buy Guzan, because Barak, I don't even know how to say his name. He got bought. So then we put these two players in, and it's 10 nationalities max, isn't it? So then we use Casabelli, and that is done. Now we open the pack, we get Javi Martinez, which isn't actually a bad pull. He goes for about 5k. Obviously the players in there I stick up for like 600 and 700 by now, and I think they will do sell. So then we go out and buy Kurt Zouma. I thought there's no point buying Casabelli again. We may as well go and pick up a player that's actually going to improve our team, and then we go out and buy Musa and Mankilo, because obviously I sold put mine in the SBC to do that like squad building challenge. So we didn't actually make any coins on the SBC. We actually lost coins, I think. But you live and you learn. I fucked up on that one. I could have done it a lot more better, a lot more efficient. But that's exactly what happens in a Road to Glory. You rise and you get the most powerful person you can possibly be by doing these SBCs as efficient as possible, and I will learn from that in the future and hopefully do them SBCs at a cheaper price. But then we need fitness cards, so we go out and we have to buy a fitness card for 250. Now over the weekend league I had to buy a lot of fitness cards. I didn't really want to show you everything that we bought and stuff, because it would be an even longer of an episode, and I don't want to make these episodes too long, because people just lose interest and it's actually really hard to commentate over. But this next guy has left wing or left forward Hazard and Sanchez up front. Now anyone that uses left wing and right wing people as strikers, I always think they know a lot about the game, because everyone knows, if you know a lot about FIFA and Ultimate Team, you know that the left forwards and the right forwards this year on Ultimate Team are absolutely insane. And for someone like this to know that sort of information, he must be good, or he must be watching a lot of YouTube videos, which means he's got a good knowledge about the game. But we go 1-0 up, and shortly after we go 2-0 up, so it was a comfortable win. And was it a comfortable win? I actually can't remember this game. Wilshere then picks the ball up, passes it to Musa, inside to Henderson, up the field to Wilshere, and Musa slots it home. Now in the last episode I did ask to comment what you thought about the team of the year. Now as I am recording this like commentary, the all 11 for the weekend of the weekend league, like this week, that is a weekend, for the weekend, all 11 have been released. Now what do you guys think of that? Are you happy that they've been released? Are you annoyed that they've been released? Let me know in the comment section below. Obviously that's normally what happens, but it's never normally this long. Normally it's only about a day and a half, but they've released them for a full 3 days. So that should hopefully make the card weight, well, it won't make any difference to the card weight, but it will make a difference to the player prices. And I'm hoping that Marcelo goes for around 600 and PK around 400, because I would love to pick up either or both of them cards. Honestly, at the moment I don't think that I am going to be able to pick them up for my main account, but you see, hopefully we might, but we'll just see what the prices look like. But the next guy we come up against, he has Griezmann, Bale, Modric, Vidal, Jerome Boateng, Manolas. He had a quality team, absolutely quality, a nice hybrid as well. I've got to give him props for that. He had a nice hybrid. But we go 1-0 up with Musa, with that turn that I don't know how to or what to call it, which is just OP as fuck. But Nani, now Nani on my main team, non-existent. This guy Nani was doing bits. Look at this, bloody Lewis Nani, mate. He is pretty decent. Obviously Nani's good with skill moves and stuff, and his dribbling is actually pretty decent, but his finishing is not that good for me on my main account. No way. But 93rd minute, I think that says in the top left or top right, whatever it is, Walcott with the jammiest goal, and we go 2-1 up. But then straight away we let Nainggolan come through for the 2-2, and at this point I'm thinking I'm going to let it slide. This lead that we had is going to go. It's going to go. We are going to lose a game. And what do you know? Griezmann to Nainggolan, back to Griezmann, back to Nainggolan. And Griezmann slots it home for the 3-2. And I'm like, I'm not going down like that. Walcott to Mane to Musa. And we're thinking, Musa, turn. Let's go, Musa. 3-3. So we're into the penalty shootouts now. You know my thought process, guys. I always back myself going into penalty shootouts, especially when they missed their first penalty. It gave me a little bit more confidence, considering he had one of the best teams I've seen in the weekend league so far, and it's 2-2, but he has missed a penalty, and all we need to do is just score all of ours, and we have won this penalty shootout. And I think that is exactly what we do. Jordan Henderson slots it home, old reliable Henderson. Modric slots his home after Butland dives the right way, and Wilshere slots it home. So we get the win, and honestly I was so happy after getting that win. I was playing these games and I was kind of a bit like demotivated to play them, just because after you've done one weekend league you couldn't think of anything worse than to go and do another weekend league. And unfortunately that's what we had to do. But now going in, we are then facing a SBC Payet, Jaja and Giovinco front three, but Mane does some nice work and an absolute thunderbolt. I'm nicking that from Air Japes, right in the back of the net for a 1-0, and yes, from there we go from strength to strength. Musa from Mane's pass for the 2-0, and then Alberto Moreno steals the ball from my opponent. Walcott down the left hand side, uses that pace to get away from the defenders, crosses it in, and Mane for the slot home 3-0 finish. He rage quits and we get the win. So we're now on 4 wins, which is decent. When I was playing on the Sunday, I was kind of thinking, I just want silver 2, just silver 2. Let me just get to 11 wins and then I'll probably call it quits. But the day progressed, and we get to about 9:30 at night, maybe 10 o'clock, and I had work in the morning. I was thinking, I don't really want to be playing the weekend league all weekend. My eyes already felt like chlamydia. I don't even know how that feels like, but they felt like chlamydia, so I just didn't want to play. So I actually stopped at, you will see in a minute, but we go to a 1-1, a nice slot home finish from Wilshere. He passes it into Musa with a lovely, I think that's a Cruyff turn, but I'm not actually sure, for the 2-1. And yes, where do we go from here? Kouate into Wilshere to Musa, just gets past everyone easily. His dribbling is so good, and a lovely chipped finish for the 3-1. And then Henderson, and I love Henderson, he's just so good. And then Wilshere into Musa, and like I've said so many times on this channel, if you need to score and you need to sweat, do it. Well, even if you don't need to sweat, if you're winning 4-0, just sweat anyway for the 5. Why not? You're winning games. It's easy. One to watch: Higuain, inform Insigne, inform Salah, and inform, I think that's Bonaventura. A very nice team this guy had. And I can't actually remember how this game goes. Bonaventura chips us, and actually I do remember this game now because I was absolutely fuming at that goal. What is Jordan doing now there? I think that's how you say his name, but luckily Dabo, big man Dabo, to Leroux, I think it's Leroux or Roux, and then back to Dabo, then back to Roux, and we get the 1-1, and then Dabo again to Roux, back to Roux thing, Dabo, Roux. We get a bit of luck there. The Hood passes it out to Bernard, and inside to Roux for the lovely 2-1 finish in extra time. So we're now on 6 wins. We're bronze 1, lads, which is decent. Look at our record. We're 23-2, and then we decide to put all of that team in a SBC, just for the simple fact that they're out of contract, and honestly they're playing like shit. And I was just thinking, if I actually want to like finish this weekend league quickly, I need to just put these lads in a set, sell them, or no, put them in a squad building challenge, sorry, and hopefully we can then just clutch out Silver 2 with my main team. But this guy has a very nice team. What's his name? Vardy, Sané, Walcott, SBC Dembele, SBC Dele Alli, and Red Eriksen, and honestly this guy was very good. It comes out to Wilshere, he goes for the shot, and then honestly the counter attacks off corners are just absolutely filth on this game. I don't know why they only leave 1 or 2 men back. They should leave at least 3 men back, but he gets the 1-0, and it actually finishes 1-0. He was a solid opponent, and normally I don't actually finish games where I haven't scored, but that was definitely one of them. He was decent. And then this guy, standard BPL team, I'm not going to read it out. Everyone's seen these teams before. There's no point me even reading it out. Walcott, from the throw-in, passes it to Henderson, to Kouyaté and Wilshere. Now, honestly, guys, Wilshere and Henderson are 2 of the most underrated centre mids in this game. They are so good. Wilshere, his finishing is absolutely quality. I don't know how he's got that. He doesn't even play. He doesn't even play, and when he does, like, he's just not even impactful. But his finishing is quality, and Henderson is an absolute god. So I definitely recommend using them if you haven't. I actually don't know what's up with the recording, but it keeps black screening, so I keep having to exit out and then go back into it. So if this audio is a little bit out of sync, then blame my recording, not my my skills. But we go for a free kick there, and honestly I don't know what to do off them free kicks. So if you have any ideas what to do when you're in that sort of position with a free kick, then let me know in the comment section below. I have no idea. So we've now got Silva free. We come up against this team: Aguero, Willian, Hazard, Kante, Eriksen, Dembele, normal centre backs and left back and right back, and then a lone De Gea in goal. Bit weird, but hey ho, everyone's got that sort of aids with them, and as you can tell by the sped up gameplay, we give away a penalty and Aguero slots it home for the 1-0. Not very surprising, it's Aguero, and he is an absolute menace on this game. If you ever see him, be wary for a fucking arse rape, because he is fucking OP. And my phone's just going off, so I'm going to have to have a look at that. I'll be back in a minute. So then Musa picks the ball up, turns, and he finishes. Musa is honestly so good. Musa is probably one of the best strikers on this game of any value. Honestly, him, Suarez, Aguero, they're all on the same par. Musa's probably a little bit below Suarez and Aguero just because their finishing is better, but Musa is honestly quality. So if you haven't used him, go and check him out. He's about 3 or 2k, probably even 1k now because of the team of the year. Everyone's crashed in price. But we are winning 3-2. He gets a consolation goal, but that doesn't matter. We're on 9 wins, baby. And we're going into this game and a very nice team. He has got Higuain and Dybala up front. Great BPL, like from cam to goalkeeper, and I've just noticed his team name was the Fritzl Maze. What a team name. But he gets the first goal here with Dybala doing some nice work. I thought I actually defended quite well then, but it's Dybala. He just does what he wants, doesn't he? But then literally off kickoff, I give the ball away. He then gives the ball away to me. Kouyaté picks it up, passes it to Henderson, to Musa, back to Kouyaté, passes it to Henderson for the through ball, and a lovely finish from Henderson for the 1-1. And then after we got 1-1, Musa goes straight through, and what are we going to do? We're going to do that turn. Obviously we're going to do that turn. That's the best turn to do, and Musa with a lovely goal. A little bit lucky because Begovic did fuck up a little bit, but that don't matter. We need goals, we need wins, and that's exactly what we're getting from this game. Walcott into Henderson, Musa, turn, Mane, finish, game over, 3-1, let's go. We're on 10 wins. Why am I speaking like this? So next team we'll come up against is quite cheap. His old attacking and midfield is cheap. His defence is just standard defence, and goalkeeper is standard, but his midfield and attack is the same and normal like BPL teams are. But he gets a Kante goal, and literally whenever Kante scores against me, I just hate him so much. But Bellerin goes down the right hand side. What is he going to do? He's going to cross it in, obviously, because that's what Bellerin does. And Balassi for the 2-0, and I was close to rage quitting here. I actually think I did rage quit. Remy to Dembele, Moussa Dembele passes it back to Remy. That was so predictable. Literally, if I had a better editing software, I'd have like done an analysis and showed where I should have like gone wrong, or where I went wrong, sorry. That is the end of the episode. So guys, if you did enjoy the video, then please either like, comment if you are going to open any packs for Team of the Year, like the full release, and also comment about that free kick thing. I'd like to know what you guys do off a free kick in them sort of situations. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn my notifications on. You will get you get notifications when that Tobias video goes up. It's going to be a good one, guys, I can assure you that. And until the next video, I will see you guys later.